life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. It's showtime like Kareem Lakers. I make a masterpiece, scene pacing. No Meek Millie, but I'm dream chasing. Took the shortcut like Anita Baker. I want the bright lights that you see in Vegas. I need a big house with like 3 basements. Drop an M on the whip, think I'm speed racing. Don't know if it's the Transformer or the Green Ranger. My nigga Mac got the beat banging. Young nigga selling crack as a teenager. Had fiends playing baseball out here free basing. Had me showing off the rings like a Freemason. My mama gone, but I keep pacing. Trying to keep it all together like I need braces. Family calling when they need favors. When I was broke, they was acting like complete strangers. All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Rest in peace, the Nippy was the street savior. Got my credit right now, I need acres. Gotta turn your dirty money into clean paper. Trying to own a franchise without a key player. I go through hoes like I weave laces. Tree blazers, let they mama noodles be flavored. Meat takers that be acting like the D sacred. You bust in, you would think they on their knees praying. Then I slide like a screensaver. When I'm done, make some scrambled eggs, cheese bacon. Then it's on to the next, I ain't a speed dater. Little bitch ain't gon' hear from me till weeks later. I don't see no things changing. Kids still dodging bullets like they seen Matrix. These young niggas really need saving, but OGs won't teach them that the street's dangerous. All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby.
Oh, baby. Yes, sir. You already know, man. That's family right there, man. My cousin, man, Marco Mozzie, man. Oh, baby, man. Y'all already know the intro. You feel me? So we here with it, man. Y'all already know the vibes, man. Sorry but not sorry. Boxing Talk Wednesdays, man. Definitely, man. We was live Monday. We had a live ass show Monday. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, the Bud fans believing Canelo gonna get stopped by Crawford and shit. You know what I mean? Monday. So it was a crazy show Monday. And we went over the WBA new updated rankings, of course, on the tail end of the show. So it was a dope show Monday. And I got a dope show in store today for sure, man. On this Sorry but not sorry Boxing Talk Wednesdays, man. You already know the vibes, man. We got a lot to cover. You already know the main topic. You know what I'm saying? Will Shakur and Teofimo get to the finish line, man? So that's the main topic, and I got several topics to go over. Of course, you already know we gonna run through the resume game. You know what I'm saying? I got 3 of them, 3 resumes, you know what I'm saying, to go over. You know what I'm saying? For y'all to guess out today, for sure. And I got a throwback fight of the day. It's a fire ass fight for throwback fight of the day for sure. You feel me? And you know what I'm saying? We got, you know what I'm saying, we got some crazy topics, man. We gonna get into it. You know what I'm saying? The hottest topics in boxing. You already know we gonna cover all of it. You know what I'm saying? All in one motherfucking whop in one show, you feel me? But let me see what's popping with the people that's in the building. All things, man. One of the YouTube goats, man. Salute to my dog, all things, man. And you heard the man. He said, smash that like button, man. Smash the like button for sure, man. You already know. We need everybody to smash the like button. It helps us in the algorithm, push this content out so everybody else can get this content and, you know what I'm saying, make it useful for them for sure. You know what I mean? And Define Irony, my dog, man. Salute to my dog, Define Irony, man. Salute, brother. God bless, brother. You already know the vibes. And my dog, motherfucking Cash Crypto in the building, man. Salute to my dog, Cash Crypto in the building, man. You already know, man. I ain't gonna even play with it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get to the business, man. I ain't even gotta wait no longer. So let's go ahead and get to it. Matter of fact, since this doesn't happen, oh shit, excuse me. Since this doesn't happen, let's go ahead and go over this. So starting off the show, man, we had the press conference today for Fundora and Thurman. Press conference for Fundora and Thurman right here today. You know, Shockey Foster, Stephen Foden, they was in the building. Jesus Ramos, he was there. Shane Mosley wasn't there today. And I got some footage that we're gonna drop from this shit too. So let me go ahead and drop the first one.
Glory be to the Most High. Life is full of obstacles and struggles and challenges, but you know that's the essence of life. You know, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of spice makes everything nice. And man, coming back, you know, last year I was here, Vegas, LA, down the street, same thing, presser for Zoo. Fundora was on the panel, and then you guys know the story. The fight didn't happen. He stepped in and did what fighters do, take fights on short notice to elevate himself to this status of a champion. Fundora has truly deserved the position that he has today. But at 36 years old, I guess you can call me the OG. And they can say veteran, whatever they want. What I do in this sport, and a lot of people wonder why Keith Thurman is still here, and I know it's the reason why a lot of these fighters are here today, and it's the love that we have in our hearts for boxing. If the kind of fighter that I am, I love making people love boxing. That's what it's all about. That's what big fights in Vegas are all about. When I was a unified champion, man, we had a slew of gang. I know he got gang coming. They got gang coming. We got a slew of gang. Because they can't wait for the next fight. When's it happening? Where's it at? Vegas? New York? They didn't even go on holidays no more. It was all about fight week. It was all about fight night, man. And I just miss the action. I miss the excitement. And I know that this fight right here, this is what PBC is all about. You look right down here. You put Thurman's name next to anybody. You put Thurman's name next to everybody. I guarantee you, it's going to be a fight you ain't going to want to miss. You're going to want to tune in. You're going to want to save the money and fly to Vegas. Y'all in Cali, baby, you can drive to Vegas. Come out and have a good time. October 25th, man.
So there go the bull Keith Thurman right there, man. Keith Thurman was, you know, popping this shit. You know what I mean? The boy very enthusiastic, man, for this fight coming up October 25th and today. Very passionate, you know what I'm saying? You know, he's very excited just to be back. You know what I mean? Just to be back in the mix, be on the big stage, you know, able to, you know, showcase his talents and compete for another world title. You know what I'm saying? This would be, you know, if he beats Fundora, this would be, you know, the second weight division. So he'll be a two weight division champion if he beats Fundora in this fight October 25th. So this is definitely a huge fight for Keith Thurman, man. Salute to my brother Lee Jackson in the building, man. I see you, my brother, man. Salute, bro. For sure. Cash Crypto, I said, Keith and Devin both about to get destroyed. Oh man. Bro, man, we gonna get to it. We gonna get to it. Crush the Legend in the building, man. Salute to my dog, Crush the Legend, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to my brother, Crush the Legend, man. Salute to the OG, man. You already know the vibes. Yeah, man. So let's get into this next shit right here, though. Right here, though. That was real interesting from this press conference right here.
Where I'm at right now. I fuck around, move up again, right after I conquer this.
Had to get fucked up, you don't have other options. I heard that talking.
You're saying everything you're supposed to say right now, man. Saying everything you're supposed to say.
Hey, I'm a champion. I'm gonna say what I'm supposed to. Hey, yeah. And I mean,
Who else got
hey, and I mean everything.
I'm champ, right?
I mean everything I'm saying. You know,
You can.
everybody knows.
I don't even know you. I know who you are, but I don't know you.
That's just making it hard on you, man. You supposed to be over here, man.
But I'm not over there. I'm not over there for a reason, bro. Like you said, I'm you niggas
and everybody that's down here that's doing all this screw games and stuff. I'm gonna show y'all.
So just let your hands talk then.
Show y'all. What say?
Let your hands talk then.
Oh, I'm gonna talk and I'm gonna show you.
Let
Boy,
your hands
what
talk.
you mean?
I'm not doing this stuff. I don't do it back and
ain't
forth.
you. I ain't gonna shut up.
But look, I ain't gonna be back and forth. So let you talk. I ain't gonna be back and forth.
I'm gonna act up when it's time. Trust me. On me. That's how it's going.
He got his feeling.
Your experience. Your experience.
Get active. Gang, I'm ready to get active. Been supposed to August 16th. You were supposed to go down. You know I've been ready to get active.
He's nervous, bro.
Stephen, do you feel like your experience is going to play a factor in this fight?
Always, man. I'm experienced, bro. That's why all the stuff that people be talking about, be careful, man. That don't phase me. I don't care how big a person is. None of that. My experience talk. My heart talk. I'm tough. I don't gotta put on this facade, try to act tough or none of that. Because people know. That's why I stay in my own lane. Let me stay where I'm at. Everything will be cool.
Well, I can't wait for this one. They're not going to be cool.
Yeah, right there, man. So, of course, man, it's Ashaki Foster. He initiated, you know what I'm saying, the whole conversation about, Stephen Foden pretty much like saying that, he a small guy. He gonna beat him down and he gonna send his ass back to 126 after October 25th. And he was saying that he fought. He done fought. He believes he's a smaller guy. You got Stephen Foden on his side, cool boy. He basically said that, like, I've been, I fought twice at 126. I'm ready for 130. This is a natural weight for me. This is better for me, better fit for me. You know what I'm saying? So you got that conversation back and forth right there with Ashaki Foster and Cool Boy. And Ashaki, he like, man, shit. He like, man, I'm gonna take care of business with this dude, Stephen Foden, man. Shaki's very confident, man, for sure. And Stephen Foden, he said, shit, man, we ain't got to do all the talking. We can let our fists do the talking, man, which is, definitely, saying lovely for sure. So this is a very, very intriguing matchup right here between these two guys, man, for sure. For sure. Salute to my boy AWA Darius Boyer in the building. Salute, my brother. Salute, bro. You already know. Yeah, facts define Ernie. Foden versus Foster is very intriguing for real. Like, Foster, yes, his last two fights, he fought Conceição, where, of course, the first one, it was ended up, he lost that one. And I know he was salty as hell about that shit. I was salty about that shit for sure too, man. And they end up running that shit back to where he had the rematch, and motherfucker he ended up getting that dub for sure. You know what I mean? And then of course Stephen Foden, he coming off of beating Brandon Figueroa in his last fight. You know what I'm saying? So of course we got these guys right here. So let me go ahead and get to the next vid I got for this press conference right here.
Injuries, surgeries, put his best foot forward. And I've been through so much throughout my career. So many different obstacles, injuries, surgeries, politics, tricks. I've been through it all. But here I am, right here, right now. right back where I feel like I belong in the beautiful sport of boxing, only making it more beautiful when you see Thurman's name added to the resume. And like you said, man, to be a 3-time world champion, 2-divisional world champion, you're really asking me, after 2019 getting my first loss to Manny Pacquiao, that's not the proper legacy of Keith One-Time Thurman. But that falls on me. I fell short that night. I have to bite the bullet, But here we go, moving up in weight. First, you got to remember, it was you. It was all of you saying Tim Tszyu is bad and Thurman's got no reason to be in there with Tszyu. Now I'm fighting the guy that done slapped him up, not once, but twice. And he did it properly the second time. Good job, Fundora. Congratulations. Yeah.
Right there, man. Keith Thurman, man. Keith Thurman, man. Bro, like you gotta definitely fuck with Keith Thurman as far as like the showbiz shit, man. That man just funny as hell, man. He just funny as hell. And of course, like with the whole situation with Keith Thurman and Fundora, y'all gotta remember with this fight in general. And salute to my sister Shawa in the building, man. Salute to Shawa, and make sure y'all go and subscribe to Shawa, man. She doing great work over there on the boxing content. One of the best doing this shit. Definitely subscribe to Shawa, man. That's family right there. That's family right there. So yeah, what one thing I gotta say about these guys. You see the height on this shit right here with Thurman and Fedor right there, bro. Like the height is just crazy, bro. It's just like Fedor, bro. He's just a different task for a lot of guys at 154 with his height and his reach. Like he's a fucking problem. And just remember how this fight came about. Last year, Keith Thurman, he was supposed to fight Tim Tszyu in March last year. Then Keith Thurman got injured during camp. Fundora, he was already fighting on the card as one of the undercards, and he ended up getting moved up in place to fight Tim Tszyu, which we seen a bloody bath of a fight between Sebastian Fundora and Tim Tszyu last March. And Sebastian Fundora, he won the fight. He won it, and he had the title. Since then, he done fought Cordell Booker, where he done stopped him early in the early rounds of that fight. And then, of course, recent time Fundora done fought Tim Tszyu again in a rematch this year, and he stopped Tim Tszyu in that fight. You know what I'm saying? In a rematch. So, like, Fundora's on a hot streak after getting that opportunity from Keith Thurman, getting that injury when he was supposed to fight Tim Tszyu. And then the crazy part, looking at Keith Thurman, this year, he traveled to Australia to fight in Australia, gets a first round knockout in Australia on his comeback fight, and he was supposed to fight Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu, he fought Joey Spencer in Australia like a couple weeks after Keith Thurman, beats Joey Spencer, stops him, and then they were supposed to be lined up to fight in Australia, Tim Tszyu and Keith Thurman, but then Tim Tszyu got the call to fight Fundora because Fundora was originally, he had a mandatory with the WBO to face Xander Zayas at that time. Xander Zayas was the number one contender, but fucking Fundora, he ended up vacating the WBO belt because he felt the fight with Tim Tszyu was a bigger money fight for him, and he wanted to give Tim Tszyu that chance. And the crazy part, he after that first Tim Tszyu fight, Sebastian Fundora was on record saying, like, yes, I'm gonna give Tim Tszyu that rematch. He deserves his rematch, and he gave him that rematch, and he kicked Tim Tszyu ass in that rematch. And coming full circle, now Keith Thurman in recent time was in negotiations to fight Virgil Ortiz after the whole shit came about with him not fighting Tim Tszyu, and the Virgil Ortiz negotiations fell off where Keith Thurman like shit, fuck that. Why fight for the fucking WBC interim title with Virgil when I can fight Fundora for the actual fucking title. You know what I'm saying? Which makes a lot more fucking sense for Keith Thurman right there. So, and that's what we have here. October 25th, Fundora, Thurman, locked in. And I got another video right here. I'm gonna share right here. And let me bring it right here.
Now July and October on the way. How good do you feel with that sort of wave of momentum and the activity that you have in the sport of boxing?
I think that's how boxing should be done. You know, the fans want to see the fighters fight. They want to see their favorite fighters fight. You know, I'm glad that I have a team that actually puts me out there constantly and works with me, works with my schedule. I remember last year we said we want to fight at least 2 times, and my father said 3 if we can, and they gave us the 3 fights, you know. So if we're asking, we're receiving as well, and I'm very grateful.
How much have you evolved?
Yeah, man. So Sebastian Fundora, man, he spoke about PBC and Samson Liquors, just keeping them active. You know, they're gonna keep Thurman right there. That boy that had to get on this, he had to get on the chair to stand tall with the bull, Sebastian Fundora right there, man. So right there, you got Sebastian Fundora like saying that PBCs they've been keeping them very active in recent time and with fights. Like I mentioned, he fought Tim Tszyu last year, then fought Cordell Booker early this year, fought Tim Tszyu again, and now he's about to fight Thurman. So he's about to have 3 fights this year. And Keith Thurman, he's only coming off of one fight. No, he only got 1 fight in. So and let me see who else in the building because I see some more people in the building. Salute to Miss Joette. Salute, sister. You already know the vibes. You already know the vibes. Salute to Miss Joette in the building. Big Bob Gunn, my boy, man. Salute to my dog, Big Bob Gunn, man. Salute to my dog. Salute, brother. Salute. And salute to a Shot of Sports Podcast Cincinnati, man. My brothers over there, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to them, man. Basketball, football, boxing, all sports. They got it, man. They lit over there. That's family. He said, why isn't he called a weight bully? Who you talking about? Fundora? Well, Fundora, one thing I can say from recent interviews that I've seen from Fundora talking about his weight, he said he's comfortable at 154 with his height and his weight at 154. You know what I mean? So, and he's a real fucking short ass guy. I'll be tall ass guy for real. Hold on, let me see. I wouldn't necessarily call him a weight bully though. Darius, he said the weight bully shit funny. Yeah, I ain't had that. Yeah, let me see who else. Let me see who's good. Cash Crypto said Fundora naturally skinny. He really ain't cutting much weight. Facts. Yeah, facts, bro. Like he natural skinny, bro. Like, and he ain't got to cut much weight at all. Like he probably outside of that shit, he probably like what 160 or something, probably natural. Hold on, let me play this shit. Hold on, bro. Hey, keep Thurman crazy. Man, bro. Yeah, keep Thurman crazy, bro. Yeah, I'm excited for this fight. I ain't gonna lie. I'm excited for this fight. Just thinking about it now with the press conference. The press conference overall, just speaking about the press conference, it wasn't nothing too crazy for real. From it wasn't no disrespect or none of that. Both of them, motherfuckers getting crazy and nothing. Like it was a respectful, press conference from both sides with Fedor and Thurman and Foster and Foden, and of course, Jesus Ramos, he was there. Shane Mosley, of course, he's fighting Shane Mosley on this card, and Shane Mosley wasn't there at the press conference today, but of course, like I mentioned before, they're fighting for the WBC 160-pound interim title, which is that title is held by Carlos Adames. And in recent time, and of course, we done spoke about Carlos Adames as the possibility that he may be moving up to 168. So right here, you got Jesus Ramos. He getting a straight shot at 160. For the interim title, may become full champion if Adames ends up vacating and moving up to 168. So Jesus Ramos was definitely in the building. I'm excited about this fight right here, bro. Like real talk, these guys, this gonna be a good ass fight between these two motherfuckers, bro, for real. Like with Foster and Foden, like it's really a true 50-50 fight right now, in my opinion, between these two guys. Like it's a real 50-50 fight. Like I don't really have no winner in this fight at the moment, for real. Like, and this this fight originally was supposed to be on the Tank Roach rematch card, but they moved this fight over to Fundor and Thurman since they was already active and ready for this fight and everything. So this fight right here is gonna be an amazing fight, man. And I'm wondering if Stephen Foden, what he's gonna do. I'm assuming that Stephen Foden he wins, he will go ahead and vacate the 126 WBC title at that point. So, and I'm pretty sure Foster, him being smart, he probably has a rematch clause on this fight too, if he was to lose this fight. So, this is a fight, like say it's a close ass decision fight, and Cool Boy was to pull it off, you're gonna see a rematch. And say even vice versa. Say it's a close decision fight with Foster fighting Foden in this shit. You may see a rematch with this fight. So this is a fight that can be brewing to where we may see a rematch or a trilogy from this fight brewing. Because right here, man, for real, I love this fight. This is gonna be this is a true 50-50 fight. Like I love this fight right here. Shava said the best fight right there. Yes, sister. Yes. She said, I can't wait. Yes, definitely. The Crush Legend said, my son taking Oshaki. Word? Okay, okay. Damn. Crush, who you got? That cool boy from Philly, man. I know you going for your boy from Philly, Crush. I know you gotta go for your boy. Cash Crypto said, my 50-year-old son, 6'4", eat the whole house in steak. Damn. Shava said she got Scooter. Ooh wee. Okay. Okay. Shava got Scooter. Mr. West, she got Cool Boy too. But she said she like both of them. Yeah, facts. I like both of these guys, man. Both of these guys, you know, honorable men, man. They both, standing on business out there trying to fight the best and, and get to it, man. And this is the best fighting the best in this fight right here. Like, I love this fight. Absolutely. Cash Crypto said, I got Cool Boy. Foster be waiting too much. Yeah, man. Uh, Cool Boy definitely in that Figueroa fight. He definitely like he picked his shots very well in that fight, countered very well. And Ashaki, he's more of a counter puncher too in his own right as well. So it's like, who gonna be the person in this fight between these two guys who gonna press the action? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need these guys to press the action. You know what I'm saying? Like, who gonna spark it off and get the, you know what I'm saying, and get the daggone barbecue rolling in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? And start cooking. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely the question. And Foster, he's definitely a guy that, he tries to heat up. It takes him a few rounds and shit. Nah, bro, in this fight, you got to get to it with Cool Boy. You got to get to it for sure. Crush said a true bar burner. Yeah, brother. Yeah, yeah. Crush said you go with Scooter. Okay. You go. You standing with Philly then. You standing with Philly. Okay. Facts. Facts. Shava said it really is 50-50, but Scooter been through some things. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Scooter did. I think that fight with anyway it's definitely made him better. It's made him better. Even though that first fight that he had coming back, it wasn't a great performance. But then when he came back fighting Brandon Figueroa in that last fight, it was an amazing performance in that last fight. So I'm definitely loving what I'm gonna see from this fight for sure. This is definitely a nice card, man. Overall, man, you got Tony Harrison fighting Isaac Lucero, which that's a tough ass fight for Tony Harrison. You know what I'm saying? That is not no pushover fight for Tony Harrison at all. You know what I mean? So we definitely gonna stay posted with this fight. And let's go ahead and get to the next topic, man, which is that's what it's gonna be a little fuckery with this one. So y'all already know how I like to get down to get to be on some bullshit at times, starting off, bro. So all right, man. Mr. Haney. All right. Mr. Haney tweets out. He says, I don't fight for money. I fight for legacy. I want to be mentioned with the greats when it's over. Three division champion, November 22nd, inshallah, right there. So you got Devin Haney right here saying that he don't fight for money. He fight for legacy. I want to be mentioned with the greats when it's over. And it's crazy. They lucky I ain't think about it. I got a crazy clip from that interview he did with Ariel Hawani after the Ryan fight, where he was talking about he ain't care about no belts and shit. He wasn't fighting for belts. He done had them already and shit, and talking about he trying to get to the bag. And then, of course, a year later, he comes out with a tweet like this right here. But speaking of that, let me get to this video right here of my man Eddie Hearn speaking about Devin Haney fighting for money and fighting for legacy right here.
Devin Haney could lose that fight. Do you like that fight? Not for Devin, but you see now, Nuno, what's happened is Bill and Devin, they're not looking strategically. They're looking for the bag. That's it, right? So they're like, where can we make our 5, 6, 7 million? What fight? That's why they said we'll fight Boots at 147. We're like, well, we're going up, but we'll fight you at 150. Oh, all right, we'll fight Teofimo. We'll fight Brian Norman. Well, because they just wanted the money.
This was happening in New York when we were there, remember?
Yeah, but they just want the money. So they don't care now. Like back in the day, Bill was a lot more selective and tactical about who to fight. Now he just wants the money, which shows me, by the way, there's still a good fight. I mean, also, it's not just the money. If he beats Brian Norman, he becomes a 3-division world champion, which is a great achievement. But there's definitely, in my opinion now, the Haneys are looking at the situation and looking at money, rather than legacy. They still care, but not in the same way.
So, right there, man, I gotta play that back one more time, bro. I want y'all to listen clearly to what the man Eddie Hearn said right there, man. So I always like to run that shit back.
Devin Haney could lose that fight.
Do you like that fight?
Not for Devin, but you see now, Nuno, what's happened is Bill and Devin, they're not looking strategically. They're looking for the bag. That's it, right? So they're like, where can we make our 5, 6, 7 million? What fight? That's why they said we'll fight Boots at 147. We're like, well, we're going up, but we'll fight you at 150. Oh, all right, we'll fight Teofimo. We'll fight Brian Norman. Well, because they just wanted the money.
This was happening in New York when we were there, remember?
Yeah, but they just want the money. So they don't care now. Like back in the day, Bill was a lot more selective and tactical about who to fight. Now he just wants the money, which shows me, by the way, there's still a good fight. I mean, also, it's not just the money. If he beats Brian Norman, he becomes a 3-division world champion, which is a great achievement. But there's definitely, in my opinion now, the Haneys are looking at the situation and looking at money, rather than legacy. They still care, but not in the same way.
So, right there, man. There go Eddie Hearn right there, man. Talking about this Shit right there that was a crazy cook. And salute to my brother OG Cash Sports, man, in the building, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Box Story and Cash Sports, man. One of the best doing this shit as far as the history in boxing. He's the best doing it as far as that shit, man. So definitely subscribe to my family right there, the OG Cash Sports right there, man, for sure. He live every day at 2 p.m. So, all right, let me go ahead and go to some comments real quick. So, Sean, what she said, this ninja be flip flopping and I fuck with dead. Facts. Cash Crypto, he said, Devin killed the fight for the legacy talk when he fought Ryan for clout, in my opinion. Yeah, he fought, everybody know that Devin fought Ryan because he was chasing Tank at that point. He was trying to fight Ryan, thinking he can beat Ryan so he can build leverage in negotiations in the tape fight. That's all Devin was trying to do in that particular shit, and that shit flopped and failed on his behalf. As far as the numbers in the fight, as far as it wasn't a sellout crowd, the pay-per-view did 300,000 plus, and shit, he got his ass whooped in the fight. So like that shit didn't work out well for Devin when he tried that shit. Crusher Legend said, well, he should have gave Shakur that 5%. No, the thing was with the whole Shakur shit, Bob Earl is on record saying that Devin and them never offered Shakur a contract to fight Shakur. You know what I'm saying? So the Haney's was cat when they said that shit. Then my boy Cash Crypto said Devin thought he was getting 30 plus mil in internet clout fighting Ryan. Yeah, they Ryan, they try to post them numbers up too, try to say that they was getting uh Ryan was getting 35, 30 something, and Devin was getting 30 something. Like I'm like, bro, y'all capping, bro. Then the motherfuckers was in there at the end after the fight was done a couple of months later up there talking about Oscar didn't pay him and shit. Like, come on. See, you see how that shit be contradictive right there? Shava said, I don't give Eddie no credence. Devin has said both things himself. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? It's too much flip flopping. That'd be the problem, though. That'd be the problem. Too much flip flopping. Too much. Crush the Legend said Ramirez was not a legacy fight. Fuck out of here. Should I go on and on? Yeah, definitely. Ramirez definitely was not no damn legacy fight. That was a pure tune up to get him ready to move up to 147. You know what I mean? And he's at 147 now. You know what I'm saying? And this the thing. This whole we hold on, let me salute my brother right here, my brother D1. Salute to my brother D1 in the building, man. Everybody, make sure y'all subscribe to Angry White Man Boxing Podcast, man. My brother D1 and William Old School, they definitely working, man. Holler at my brother, subscribe to him, man, for sure. And salute to my dog, the Autism Boy in the building, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to Autism Boy, man. He be cooking up on the basketball daily over there on his channel, man. So salute to my dog in the building. So let me go ahead and do this right here. So we got more content from, and this is coming from Bill Haney right here. We're gonna be able to cook on this a little bit one day. So this from Bill Haney. Bill Haney says we're about to dismantle Brian Norman Jr. and a historic performance, and then watch and see what we do after that. Bill Haney said, Devin is looking so good. We could take the fight next weekend and win. Welterweight is the perfect division for him. Then he goes on to say, him questioning our motives and integrity in terms of money. This fight happens to be a great opportunity to do both, Bill Haney said. To be tied in with an event that the fans in Saudi Arabia uh, Turkey Al Sheikh are asking for to come up in the weight and face the hardest hitting guy in the welterweight division, a guy that possesses a left hook that some say is the kryptonite to Devin Haney. That we're going to Riyadh to face him. What a great opportunity Turkey is putting on the table. And here goes Eddie. Instead of taking opportunity to celebrate something his fighters haven't been able to accomplish, he questions it. So I want to ask Eddie, is he questioning it because he hasn't been able to do it, or is he questioning it just because he can't believe it. Kind of stupid statement right there. That's stupid right there. Like, what was the point of even saying that? Like, that's how you know Bill was in the interview just saying any fucking thing at that point. Like, talk about his father, bro. You were one of his guys at one fucking point. Eddie Hearn knows y'all guys personally and know y'all motives and know how y'all move 100%. He know that y'all boys are searching for a bag. Everything that Eddie Hearn said in that fucking clip in that interview that he had right there. And salute to Devon Hook right there. Devon Hook. He been cooking up over there on the content, man. Everything that Eddie said in that clip, as far as them saying, okay, if I fight such and such, I fight Africa, I'm not going to get this big amount of money. Turkey's offering me to fight fucking Teofimo, I'm not getting this big amount of money, but oh, if I fight fucking Brian Norman, oh, I'm gonna get a bigger bag right here. So that's where they at. And this goes back to Gabe Rosado when Gabe Rosado was talking this shit when he was saying them boys they up here some hoes for the bag. They definitely some hoes for the bag because they definitely removed their whole integrity and morals in the whole situation with Ryan Garcia by fucking definitely fucking letting go of the whole lawsuit just so they could fight Ryan Garcia. To fight Jose Ramirez and get a bag, fighting him and fighting Ryan Garcia, and then another fight after that because they got a 3-fight situation with Turkey right now. And before Turkey, they was about to fuck around and be fighting on BLK Prime before that. But they cried out to Turkey to get on one of them damn cards and get back active and get to the money. And the only thing that Turkey's going to do, if you want a big bag fucking fight with Turkey, they're going to offer you a big fight. And that big fight is Brian Norman Jr. Turkey, he approached Brian Norman Jr. about the fight first because he wasn't sure if the Haney's was going to take the fight. That's the truth of the fucking matter. He approached the Haney's first with the fight. And now we here. And Eddie, he can quit. Eddie, he ain't questioning the shit. He just telling it how he sees it. While Bill up here saying that he's questioning his motives and everything. No, he just calling it how he see it. So let's move on. All right, so Bill Haney said it's a rare feat for a fighter to stand as a lightweight and welterweight champion. It's historic. And if he doesn't understand that, maybe Eddie Hearn should definitely go back to the snooker, where you have a better advantage against the Haneys, Bill Haney said. In boxing, it's taking you 38 years. Devin is working on his third division. He's already an undisputed champion at lightweight. He's going to his third continent, making him a global superstar. Eddie hasn't done that. Bill hasn't. Bill Haney said he would have been fine maintaining a low profile during this training camp. I've been studying. He said, what he expects will be a serious but tolerable test versus the younger Norman. The Haneys are working and focused. Until we heard from Eddie, the distraction, Hearn, the money blocking man himself, chill out, bro, and let us run this new era of boxing. So, and then he goes on and say, if it's not the Devin Haney era, then you tell us someone else who's doing this shit. Bill Haney said, if you think you're better, talk to Turkey Al-Sheikh and put them in the gauntlet because Turkey is lining all of them up and we're going to knock all of them down. Bill Haney said by defeating Norman, his son will have affirmed why this strategy is superior to any direction he could have received working for Hearn. Eddie, I heard you had $1 billion to invest in boxing. Now give us a billion reasons why you don't have a Devin Haney. Mic drop. Dad. So you got the man, Bill Haney basically said, he basically going that Eddie Hearn basically saying that Eddie Hearn hasn't built a fighter like Devin Haney before. But this man Devin Haney done fought several times under the Matchroom banner with Eddie Hearn. I recall Devin Haney being the same guy that was begging Eddie Hearn, calling him late in the morning and shit to get tickets to go to a fight overseas last year. I'm just saying, bro, like they when the Haneys when they get attacked personal, when they feel like they're attacked, when like somebody says something personal about them, they always try to attack personally back, and they never answer back to what they're saying that pertaining, in particular. Like that's one thing I noticed about them. Like they always love to deflect. And you notice that with all of they daggone fans, the Haney fans as well. The Haney fans, they love to deflect as well a lot. They do a lot of fucking deflecting. Salute to my dog Clarence McClain in the building, man. Salute, brother. Salute, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to my brother, man. No Duck Zone podcast in the building, you feel me? Yeah, NHA, I see you in the building, brother. Salute, bro. Salute. Yeah, man. So like the Haneys, they love to deflect when somebody says something personal about them all the time. And they never attack the issue. Attack the issue. It'll make you look a whole lot better if you attack the issue and approach it better. Now, Bill tried it in this situation, but then he went on to deflecting. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get personal with Eddie. But not talking about, he's talking about, okay, fighting Jose Ramirez wasn't for legacy for sure. Legacy, if you wanted to be honest, legacy would have been y'all going to fight Ryan Garcia right after y'all fought him the fucking first time. That would have been fucking legacy because Devin Haney don't understand his name is going to forever be attached to Ryan Garcia with their situation, with their head, with their fight. Always. It's always going to be a stain on both of them guys. As far as Ryan with the Oscar and Devin with, him getting his ass whooped. And a lot of people not believing the Oscar and play the effect as far as him getting his ass whooped. It's always going to be a factor for both guys. Their names are always going to be attached to each other. Always. You know what I mean? And this boy, Bill Haney, he up here saying, one thing I found interesting that he keep mentioning about B. Norman's left hook and how powerful he is. That he's been mentioning that in several interviews in the build up to this fight, which lets me know that Bill, like, he's worried about that power of Brian Norman. Like, he's definitely worried about that shit. If he keeps mentioning it every interview that I hear from him, it's because they're worried. They're definitely worried for sure. Like, that's just the fact. So we gonna move on to the next joint, bro. I see you, boxing hacker, in the building. I see you in the building, hacker. I know you done heard your boy Devin name. Oh, but I got something for you, hacker. I got something for you today, hacker. Hold on, hacker. Since you here, hacker, you already know what we always give, y'all Haney fans, you feel me? You feel me? The starter pack. You know what I'm saying? You got your starter pack out. We already know the vibe. All right, so let me move forward. All right. So we got this right here. So reporting from ESPN Knockout, Chava ESPN, Salvador Rodriguez, he's reporting that there's a possible chance that Lamont and Pitbull Cruz, they may get it cracking in December, possibly. Now, of course, in recent time, and we've been hearing that Lamont Roach, he's been tied to Gabriel Flores Jr. right now in recent time. But now Pitbull name is starting to float around a lot more now. And Pitbull, he's been juggling between 135 and 140 and shit. He fought at 140 in his last fight, but I'm hearing that this fight goes down with Pitbull and Lamont. This fight will be at 135. So, this right here, interesting. December, right here, I'm looking at if it's December, then I would imagine that this fight would be on the Rolly and Pacquiao card since that fight is supposed to be in December, possibly. And Pitbull is the Pacquiao fighter, and he just fought on Pacquiao's card with Barrios. So if they do possibly lock this fight in, look for this fight to possibly be on that. And I'm not sure about Lamont Roach, man. Lamont Roach been all over the place for real, bro. Like, as far as you know, Shakur and this guy and that guy. With Shakur, of course, you already know he's in negotiations with Teofimo Lopez for January in Saudi Arabia right now. And right here, Lamont, like, this is a good fight right here with Pitbull and Lamont Roach right here. Like, I fuck with this fight heavy. Like, this would be a good fight, to see, where Lamont Roach at and to see if he can handle, Pitbull, that pressure that Pitbull will be bringing to the table right there. Like, this would be a good ass test. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if this fight gonna all the way go through though. I don't know if this fight gonna go all the way through, me personally. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if it still ends up being Gabriel Flores. But you remember when I mentioned the other day on the show, Lamont Roach is, apparently he's looking for some big money. And if he's looking for a big money fight right now, it's going to be with Pitbull. It ain't going to be with Gabriel Flores. That fight with Gabriel Flores, that'll fuck around be on the Pro Box TV card or some shit. You know what I'm saying? He headlined on Pro Box TV since, he managed it up over there. You feel me? So, um, I like this fight though. I really like this fight. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I really hope they do lock this in. I ain't gonna lie. I hope they do lock it in if possible. You know what I'm saying? For sure. So let's move to the next topic right here. So updates, man. Of course, we had three purse bids yesterday, man. Reggie Sanab, you know what I'm saying? My boy Salat. Salute to my brother L Boxing, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all subscribe to my brother L Boxing on YouTube and make sure y'all go to his website ldubboxing.com, man. That's family over there for sure. Right here, this is tweet right here from yesterday saying an update on today's purse bids. He said Sanaa pulled a red pops off Friday and said no to a fight with Sergio Mendoza. So that purse bid is done and over with for us, Reggie Suganov and Sergio Mendoza. And then John Opatai and Sakara, they end up making a deal and they're looking to end up fighting in either November or December, or it may be a possible situation where they step aside because they canceled the purse bid for Opatai and Sakara. So it may be a situation where Sakara may be taking step aside money for Opatai to fight somebody else, or they possibly gonna be locked in to fight in November, December. And then of course Sabril Matias and Dalton Smith, they came to terms yesterday and Matchroom, they bid it for the fight, man, and they lost another purse bid, man, yesterday, man. Fresh Productions won the auction stage for Sabril Matias and Dalton Smith for $1.9 million. Heard that Matchroom, I heard that they put up 1.7 and they lost the purse bid, man. So this fight right here, they're expecting this fight to land in Puerto Rico coming up, and they're going to have details for this fight coming up with Sabril Matias and Dalton Smith. Sabril Matias gets the defend his title back at home in Puerto Rico. So we'll definitely keep you posted with that situation right there with Sabril Matias right there. And you got Moses Atuma right here, man. Seconds out, salute to them, seconds out boxing. They're reporting that Moses Atuma next fight day as has been revealed, and that it's possible that he's going to be fighting in December. And they said December 13th is the exact date. And the possible fucking opponents, they saying the WBA regular champion, Pulev, which is Pulev. Pulev's was supposed to be fighting Michael Hunter. So I don't know what's going on with that situation. If Don King has that fight locked in, yeah, he needs to definitely get that fight situated as far as that fight for sure. But Pulev right here, he's a rumored name. Of course, you got Moses Atuma. He's number one in the WBA, so and he's number one in the WBO. So if he was to fight Pulev, that'd be for that interim strap and put him in more position for sure for a heavyweight title shot. And of course they got Philip Herkovic and they named Jermaine Franklin. Now, Jermaine Franklin, he's going to be fighting next week on the Canelo and Bud undercard. So he's busy right now. But right time and Moses just fought a couple of weeks ago. So Jermaine Franklin is a possible opponent. I'm thinking of next op is going to be Philip Herkovic. That's just me personally. I think Pulev and Hunter is the fight that's probably going to end up going down on Don King since they had that fight locked in supposedly for October 4th is the alleged date for that fight for Michael Hunter and Pulev. And Herkovic, he's number 2 in the WBO. And I've been mentioning it as far as pertaining to Moses Atuma. I feel like that's the perfect fight for Moses Atuma to, help him get some rounds and, keep him active and everything and, be the top contender, one of the guys that's tough, in that division for sure. So definitely interested as far as this situation right here, as far as Moses Atuma, who his next op is going to be right here. And let me get to another heavyweight right here. So, of course, Joshua Edwards, man, another heavyweight. He's a prospect right now. He's 3-0, 3 knockouts. He's been stopping shit early. He just fought on the Duarte and Kenneth Sims card. Remember the other day on the show, I announced that he's going to be fighting on the November 8th card for Virgil Ortiz and Erickson Lubin. And this is a quote from Ronnie Shields right here about Joshua Edwards. He said, "This kid has a bright future. He's a natural. I'm looking forward to him being one of the best American heavyweights that we've seen in a long while." So right here, big quote right here from Ronnie Shields on Joshua Edwards. And, he's a Golden Boy fighter. He's 3-0. He's going to be fighting on that November 8th card with Virgil and Lubin. And this is a heavyweight that, we got to have to get behind, man. We ain't got too many, American heavyweights for real, man. And this is a guy that I feel like we definitely need to get behind. He's definitely doing some good work, and he's building. And Golden Boy, they moving him, they moving him righteously over there for sure. You know how they get down with their matchmaking and shit. So he's building right now, and we'll see, how he builds along and, follow his journey and everything. And Joshua Edwards, man, 3-0, definitely one of the hot prospects in the heavyweight division. And overall, as far as in boxing overall right now, definitely for sure. So let's go ahead and get to, I got the throwback fight of the day right here, man. And this shit was a bar burner right here. And this is a tribute right here to RP, Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker right here, man. And he was fighting one of the GOATs, Roger Mayweather right here, man. So throwback fight of the day, Pernell Whitaker, RP to Sweet Pea, man, one of the best to ever do it and lace them up. And RP to Roger Mayweather as well, one of the best to ever do it as well, as far as being in the ring and training fighters in that ring for sure. So throwback fight of the day.
Fights. And perhaps he will rise to the challenge as both Lou Duba and right hook, and he's down! Down goes Mayweather. And immediately you see Mayweather's Achilles heel. This is all after the bell. Mayweather's not 100% yet. He's tying up Whitaker, holding and hitting. The referee comes in. Oh, the referee got hit with the left.
Chris Wallison took a terrific left-hand shot. Only slight.
And In recent fights, both fighters have been headhunters. They've worked almost primarily to the head. And I think that's one problem why Pernell Whitaker has not been as effective. Here in this fight, look, he's wearing him down and he has his man hurt.
And he hurt him once again with body punches, just as he did in round one before he began to land the heavy blows to the head. The river in Hampton.
He threw it there but missed it.
Whitaker's hurt.
And he hits him while he's down. 2, 3. Pernell Whitaker was hurt and went down, and Roger Mayweather clearly hit him when he was down.
Pernell's still groggy. Mayweather steps back in.
I'll tell you something. Unofficially on our scorecard. Forcing the action, Roger Mayweather. But there's Whitaker firing that left hand. Mayweather is wobbly. Use some more seasoning. And the big question is, how is that left hand? We'll find that out at the end of this round. It's been a tremendous experience, learning experience for Pernell, and will go a long ways to proving to himself as well as to the rest of us that he has what it takes to be a world champion.
And he's giving it a rousing finish. That's it.
Judge number 1 scores 116 to 110. Judge number 2 scores 117 to 111. Judge number 3 scores 116 to 112. The winner by a unanimous decision from Norfolk, Virginia,
Man, oh man, that was a bar burner right there, man. Oh man, one of my favorite fights to go back and watch right there, man. Salute to Sweet Pea, man, for sure, and Roger Mayweather for giving us a classic right there. That fight was a pure classic right there, man, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Sweet Pea, Roger Mayweather, RP to both of them for giving them this classic for sure. And you remember that fight right there? This fight was March 28th in 1987. And of course, at that time, the Sweet Pea, he was undefeated. Roger Mayweather, he was 26-4 at that time. And of course, this is at the 135-pound division. This was, Sweet Pea's first world title. He knocked Mayweather down in the first round, and Whitaker, he ended up getting knocked down in the ninth. And you see daggone Roger Mayweather, he done punched the referee in the fight and everything. And then and even in that knockdown with Whitaker, he definitely he punched Sweet Pea while he was down. You know what I mean too. So that was just crazy, man. Crazy ass fight right there. A classic fight right there for sure. About a month after I was born, which is crazy. So right there, of course, the judges, man, ruled 116, 110, 117, 111, 116, 112, where Sweet Pea, he won by unanimous decision, man, and definitely RP the two legends of the game right there, man, for sure. Two legends of the game. Daggone Pernell Whitaker, man, Sweet Pea, and Roger Mayweather, man. Y'all already know. You already know what my man Roger Mayweather say. Y'all don't know shit about boxing. All right, man. So let me get to this video clip right here. So I got a clip right here to go with from here too. Let me go with it. Let me get it together. Where is it at? All right, this from my dog. Cincinnati shit right here.
Hey, I promised my brothers and my uncle I was gonna keep working even though we had an off day. So I said I'm gonna push myself today. So in down there 90-degree weather, I ran with a silent top and a silent bound on. So niggas better watch out because I'm coming, bro. I'll be back. They talking about it's over for AB. Get the fuck away. Yeah, alright. I'll see y'all in a minute.
So there you go, you got my boy AB, man. AB, he been training. He's looking to get back active. I know Don King was trying to get him on this October card, but I don't look like that's going to happen. And it was rumors swirling around that AB was talking about fighting on the Misfits and shit. I don't know about all of that shit. I ain't heard nothing truly about that. So that shit ain't so far as that rumor that's out there as far as AB. But salute to AB. AB definitely, he back trying to get back active. And we'll see what happens with AB for sure. And I got some more news to get to real quick right here. So they're going to pick it a bull right there, man. Big fish right there, man. Big fish said just some work right here, man, on his IG story earlier today. So, of course, big fish, it's been, we done seen pictures of Earl Spence out there, sparring in recent time, and he's been working out. Look like he's in, great shape. And wonder when Earl gonna come back, man. I'm hearing possibly top of 2026, man. Earl's looking to make a return and get back active. Earl's not letting that fight that he last had be his last fight, man. So Earl, he says he got some more fight left and he's going to come back on his own time. And we'll be waiting for my dog Earl's return, man, for sure. So salute to BBO. I see you in the building, man. So another report. Salute to the Brunch Boxing right here, man. With this report right here, a highly decorated amateur boxer, Jasmine Hampton, is slated to make her professional debut on September 19th on Salida Promotions' next event, headlined by Brandon Moore versus DeAndre Savage in Detroit. So Hampton, she's a 12-time national champion. She's going to be making her debut on this card September 19th, and Salida Promotions, they've announced several fighters that's going to be on this card September 19th with Brandon Moore and DeAndre Savage. And so I'll have more names later this week for as that's going to be on that card in particular. But this is the girl to check out for sure right here. Jasmine Hampton right here, 12-time national champion. Definitely, making her pro debut, about to put in that pain. So definitely, remember the name, Jasmine Hampton, man. As far as the women's, as far as in boxing. So remember the name, Jasmine Hampton. So we move forward right here. So of course, reports coming out with my dog, man. One of my favorite fighters, man, Rafael Espinosa, man. He's coming back. I'm hearing that he's going to be coming back in November. This is a report from Chavo from ESPN right here. Rafael Espinosa, he'll be back in November. And wonder who the op going to be. I guess it's going to be a voluntary. He's not going to be a mandatory fight. So I wonder who his op going to be. And is pretty much top ranked. They keeping their guys active with putting top ranked fighters on other cards around and everything. So that's another issue similar to like this weekend. You got Oscar Valdez fighting in Mexico this Saturday. It's an ESPN Plus fight, but they're they're keeping their fighters active with them not having a network deal right now. They've been doing pretty well with that. You got a Shockey Foster fighting Foden over there on PBC. I mean, so another case. Looking out for Rafael Espinosa. We announced who he'll be fighting when they announce it for sure. And moving forward, right here, of course, an agreement has been made for Nawa Inoue and David Picasso for December 27th for the Japan versus the World card. So you're going to have Nawa Inoue facing David Picasso, and he's one of the guys that has one of the he don't have the other title. So this would be a voluntary fight for him, and just to think about it. So now with anyway right here, gonna be back. He has to fight MJ next Sunday in Japan, and that's his mandatory. So he's fighting MJ. He gets past him, he'll be fighting David Picasso December 27th in Japan. So that's news on Nawa anyway right there, and floating through some more news. Scandal PDs right here. Jaime McGill. Jaime McGill was reportedly cleared to return to boxes and faces no sanctions by the commission for his positive test for banned substances in May. So McGill's win against Bruno Taras remains unchanged. So you got Jaime McGill. He's cleared to get back to boxing. And yeah, hey man, Jaime McGill, he beat the PED shit, dog. He beat that shit, dog. I ain't got much to say about it. Yeah, I know some other people may feel a way about it, but Jaime McGill, he's free. He's cleared the box. He got no sanctions, no suspension or nothing. So I don't know how y'all feel about it. I don't know how to feel about it myself, but he's cleared. So I know. Shama, hey sis, I know. It's about bullshit. Hey, I know, sis. It's some other shit for sure. That's what I'm like, man. I don't know about that one, man. So you got Bachram right here, man. Bachram tweet earlier this morning that I seen from. He said the pen is ready, just waiting for the opponent to stop shaking and sign. So of course, recent reports with Bachram, he has a purse bid coming up. Well, the mandatory with Josh Kelly just came about, and they've been negotiating. Of course, I talked about it on the show Monday with them negotiating this fight. They're having trouble finding somebody to fund the fight right now, and they were talking about this fight being possibly in the UK, which is this fight could have possibly landed on maybe the Chris Eubank Jr. or Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn card. So Bachram, he's waiting on Josh Kelly, man. Josh Kelly, hey, the clock is ticking, man. The ball is in Josh Kelly court right now, man. And Bachram, he applying straight pressure on Josh Kelly to sign that contract. And we definitely gonna be staying close to that situation with Josh Kelly and Bachram as far as that IBF mandatory for sure, man. And let's get into it, man. So you already know. Let's play the resume game, man. I got the resume game real quick. I'm gonna throw a resume up on the screen. Y'all gotta guess out the resume on who it is. So I'm gonna throw this first one out there, and I'm gonna give some clues on who this is as far as the resume on who it is. So here go the first one. All right, so let me put the banner down. All right, so here go the first one. This guy right here, throwback fighter, a legend in the game. No, he done fought Sugar Ray Leonard. He done fought Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns, Hamet Hector Camacho. He done fought so many great fighters and back in his heyday. And he was his main weight class that he campaigned at was at 135. That was his main weight class that he campaigned at, and he drastically moved up, in weight class for certain particular fights. He done fought Sugar Ray Leonard 3 times. He done fought him 3 times. And he has over 100+ fights. So who resume is this right here? Rick Towns, what's good, brother? I see you in the building, brother. Cash Sports, he got it. He got it. Roberto Duran. Yep, Roberto Duran. 103 wins, 70 knockouts, 16 losses, 4 by knockout as far as loss. Legend in the game right there, man. Salute to Cash Sports. Cash Sports got it first, and Shell was behind them right there. So I'm gonna throw up this next one, man, right here. Salute to Roberto Duran, man, one of the GOATs. The next one. So this fighter right here is a heavyweight fighter. He's currently active right now. He's from the UK. He just coming off a win where he just beat Justice Huey this early this year by knockout in the 10th round. He done beat Frazier Clark twice. He done beat David Adelaide. And he just recently came about in talks far as fighting somebody for October 25th, by the way. And let me see what else. He's the WBA interim champion, by the way. He's the WBA interim heavyweight champion, by the way. He was just fighting Justice Huey. Justice Huey was beating him throughout the whole entire fight. And then he came back and reeled out a knockout in the 10th round to beat Justice Huey in his fight in June. And he's from the UK. And he's locked in to fight somebody October 25th right now, coming up in London, in the UK. There you go. Rick Timms, there you go. Rick Timms got it first. Fabio Worley, man. 19-0, 18 knockouts. He got one draw. And of course, like I said, he definitely just fought Justice Huey. He stopped him. Lee Jackson, he said Pablo Worley. And Sean said, gotta be Worley. Yeah, Worley. Yeah, for sure, man. So Worley, that was definitely the guy. He's locked in where he's finalizing a fight right now with Joseph Parker right now for October 25th right now. So that's what we got going on with him right now. And I got one more right here. And this is a legend in the game. And he's active though. He's still active though. So here one more. So he just fought Erislandy Lara this past year. He done fought Jose Benavidez Jr. in recent time, and he beat him in recent time. He done fought Earl Spence. He done fought Sean Porter. He done fought Keith Thurman. He done fought Zab Judah, Amir Khan, Eric Morales. He done fought a lot of guys in the game. Paula Malignaggi. He was champion at 140 and he was champion at 147. Unified champ. Okay, we got one. Okay, Lee Jackson got it right there. Yup. Danny Garcia, man. Danny Garcia, 37 wins, 21 knockouts, 4 losses, 1 by knockout, which it was by Erislandy Lara last year. And salute to my dog, Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia just announced. He just announced today that he's going to have his farewell to Brooklyn fight. So this is going to be his last fight in the Barclays Center. And he is going to be fighting October 18th. And this is his card. This is his card, funded by him and his company. And he's going to be fighting Daniel Gonzalez in this fight right here. And this fight is at 160 pounds, I believe. And he's going to have a slew of his fighters that's under DSG promotions, as well as some top ranked fighters. You remember I mentioned top ranked, they still waiting on their network deal. You're going to see some top ranked fighters on this card as well, October 18th as well. So looking forward to Danny Garcia, man, in this fight, October 18th, man. This is about a month away. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be lit, man. It's gonna be lit. I always excited to watch Danny fight, man. I'm a big fan of Danny Garcia, and definitely gonna be watching this one for sure right here, man. So let's get to a little bit of fuckery. So let's get to this right here. So the man Virgil Ortiz claims Jamil Charlo he ducked him, that he offered Jamil Charlo a fight, and Jamil Charlo rejected the offer. Now I don't know what type of games these boys playing over here, man. They playing a lot of games from Ortiz, bruh. And yeah, Define Irony, yeah. Joseph Parker, Fabio Worley for October 25th. That's what they're looking at right now, October 25th. So in London. And just due to that, it looks like Usyk is probably going to end up getting stripped from that WBO, or he's going to end up vacating because I don't think the WBO is going to extend Usyk with his back injury, and especially after seeing the clip of him dancing and shit, doing his, his dirty dancing and shit. So yeah, Jamil Charlo right here. I don't know, man. I think this is cap right here, man. Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz, they're sending out a lot of smoke screens. I ain't heard not one bit about Virgil Ortiz offering Jamil Charlo a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this got to be cat. You know what I mean? And that's the case, then why we ain't hear nothing from Jamil? You know what I'm saying? I think they only saying this because of Jamil put up that poster of that on Virgil Ortiz the other day. You know what I'm saying? So I think this shit is cap right here as far as Virgil Ortiz and Jamil Charlo. And I ain't believing this shit not one bit at all. Not one bit. And let me play this little video clip right here.
It's Blood the Flair, the most exciting man in boxing, calling out Conor Walker, Sam Jones. Get your boy, bring him to the ring to get his ass whooped. Woo!
So there you got Blair Flair Cobbs right there, man. Blair Flair, he's rumored to fight Conor Walker right now for the Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Eubank. I mean the Conor Ben rematch card November 15th. And Conor Walker, I seen on IG that he was sharing the content from Blair, Blair Cobbs as well. So it looks like that fight is definitely locked in with Conor Walker and Blair Cobbs, man, for the Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Ben rematch card, man. And I'm excited to see Blair Cobbs back in the ring, man. Definitely, man. He's an exciting fighter. Definitely always willing to fight for sure, man. And he's coming off the win, beating my dog AB. And shit, he deserved to get some opportunities out there, man, for sure, man. So definitely lit to see my dog Blair Cobbs back in full effect, man, for sure. So let's get into this next topic a little bit real quick. I'm gonna run through this shit. So you got Canelo right here, man. Canelo, recent interview from Canelo. He said this fight against Bud Crawford is different. You can feel it right away. And you know how big this is and how important this is for my legacy. So here goes a quote from Canelo saying that this fight is definitely different and that this is an important fight for him. And this is a big fight for his legacy. And it's crazy that, you hear Canelo's mentioning this like this in his manner now. At first, he was downplaying the fight, saying that he wouldn't get no credit for beating Bud Crawford. But now he's saying that this is a big fight and this is for his legacy and everything. And of course, Canelo loses to Bud Crawford. A lot of people, they're going to be on his ass about it because they're going to be like, "Damn, you didn't try to cherry pick Bud Crawford, and he done moved up 2, 3 weight classes and beat you." You know what I'm saying? Like so. Canelo definitely has a lot to lose for us, in that particular for sure. And Bud, I feel like Bud doesn't have much to lose for real. No, he can win, lose, and I think Bud, his legacy is going to be stand. Like this is not this fight. I heard somebody mention this shit. I forgot who it was. It was fucking Chris Algieri. Chris Algieri was over there on a boxing scene. He mentioned a quote saying um, that this fight, if Bud Crawford loses, is going to hurt Bud Crawford's legacy. I'm like, bullshit. This shit don't do nothing for Bud Crawford's legacy losing this fight. His legacy is staying. He's the first male that became two-time undisputed, so his legacy is staying. Like so, this doesn't hurt Bud Crawford's legacy at all if he was to lose to Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Now Canelo, it would hurt his legacy in a little bit, but not too much though. It wouldn't hurt Canelo's overall legacy losing to Bud Crawford either. But it would definitely put a little bit of stain of it, a little bit of stain on it for sure. You know what I mean? And I got another interesting quote right here. So this quote right here is coming from Joel Diaz, a trainer that trained Madrimov and trained Dimitri Bivol as well. He says Canelo should win. I see Canelo beating Crawford by a convincing decision. There is no way Crawford beats Canelo, and like that's crazy right there, man. The man said, "There's no way that Crawford beats Canelo, and that Canelo's going to beat him in convincing fashion right here." You know what I mean? So it's real interesting right there from Joe Diaz. He's the guys that coach Dimitri Bivol and Madrimov. So he knows both guys. He knows both guys well because he done coach guys that have fought both guys. My boy Shell said Bud will cook Canelo. Shell been on that Bud cooking Canelo train a lot lately, man. Cash Crypto said Bud stamped as far as accolades. Nigga resume still weak as fuck. Yeah, man. Yeah, Bud, as far as the accolades and everything, Bud stamped, man. This don't hurt his legacy if he was to lose to Canelo at all. You know what I'm saying? Not at all. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and get to the next. And then there's a little update right here, by the way. So the tickets for the Bud and Canelo fight, man, it's looking like it's not moving much, honestly. You see, like the unsold dollar value is over 7 million, and then the resale dollar value is over 5 million. So like the tickets right now for the Canelo and Bud fight not moving much, and I heard they've been dropping the prices too for the tickets as well. And I mean, it's still that they got a lot of tickets sold for sure. So it's gonna be a hell of a event for sure. But that's why I said I just feel like this event with Bud and Canelo, they should have had this in an arena, man. This would have been way more, better fit if this was in an arena. For real, they would have packed that bitch out, made some good money and everything. But Turkey, he had this vision of having this in this football stadium, and he's spending a shitload of money for promo and everything for this fight. Like he had to pay UNLV and 1.75 million for them to move their game so they can have Allegiant Stadium for that September 13th date right there. So real interesting right there, man, for sure, right here. And the fight is getting near. We about a week away, about a week and a half away. We almost getting near. And let's get to this main topic right here. And I'm gonna mesh this with KEYSHAWN along with Shakur and Teofimo Lopez right here. Because KEYSHAWN ties into this as well. So let's start with KEYSHAWN right here out the gate, bro. So KEYSHAWN Davis, this is a message that he put on his story yesterday. He said retirement is so peaceful. So you got KEYSHAWN Davis right here saying that retirement is so peaceful right here, which is I'm trying to understand why are you saying you're retiring for? I mean, you just literally filed a petition to the WBO to become Teofimo Lopez number one contender for his WBO title at 140. So what are you talking about retirement for? I don't get these younger fighters, bro. When they be like all these younger fighters, they always like when they get into some shit or they in a funk mentally or whatever, they always resort to talking like they retiring. knowing damn well they're not going to retire. What the hell Keyshawn Davis going to do right now if he retires right now from boxing? He's been boxing his whole entire life. What would he do right now if he was to retire? I don't know. I'm pretty sure he got some money saved up and whatever, and he probably doing well with his money where he can start some businesses and shit like that. You know what I mean? And handle business in that manner, possibly. I don't know, but Keyshawn's not retiring, so I don't take this retirement talk serious. It's the same like Shakur was talking about. I was retiring when no, he couldn't get the fight with Emmanuel Navarrete. You know what I'm saying? Like Keyshawn's not retiring, so this shit is bullshit right here. And let's get into this little conversation right here. So last week, the WBO moved to ensure Lopez remains active by receiving recent WBO lightweight champion Keyshawn Davis' petition to become the top-ranked challenger to Teofimo Lopez. Should Davis defeat current top-ranked contender Alfredo Santiago, which is Alfredo Santiago, he's the current number one contender for the 140 WBO title right now. So they're pushing for Keyshawn to fight him to where he can get that number one spot right now in current timing. And saying that he would be in line for a fight with Teofimo Lopez. And then, of course, you got Shakur Stevenson going back full circle with Shakur. Shakur right now, him and Teofimo Lopez, they in negotiations right now. And I got to play what Mr. Shakur said the other day from his interview that he was talking about with Teofimo Lopez.
I'm gonna tell y'all in advance, and y'all can call it whatever y'all want. I'm going BTO, yes, get the title, and I'm going to vacate, and KEYSHAWN can get that belt. That'll be his belt.
I gotta play it one more time. I want y'all to hear it clearly again. I'm doing this
I'm
again.
gonna tell y'all in advance, and y'all can call it whatever y'all want. I'm going BTO, yes, get the title, and I'm going to vacate, and KEYSHAWN can get that belt. That'll be his belt.
Bro, I don't like that shit from Shakur. I gotta say that shit corny, bro. Like, and then I think from that perspective for Keyshawn Davis too as well, Shakur shouldn't be, Keyshawn Davis shouldn't be one to take that shit too. He should be one to beat Teofimo Lopez for that title instead of Shakur do it. Like this whole tag team shit they doing, bro. This whole NWX shit they doing. This old Road Warrior shit they doing. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit corny, bro. This shit corny. Casper said Shakur got a section of body now. Facts. 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 My boy Tony said he want to cook to y'all. Yeah, I mean, I understand it. Like in the fight in general, I don't have a problem with the fight with Shakur and Teofimo Lopez. I don't have a problem with it at all. One thing I can tell you, like I said before, I don't think this fight probably gets to the finish line because of Teofimo Lopez. He has a whole action of, pulling up, trying to fight. I mean, talking about fighting and getting into these negotiations with these black fighters, and these fights not falling through. You know what I mean? On Teofimo Lopez end, and I just feel like with this fight, I don't know if it gets to the finish line with Teofimo Lopez. We know Shakur, we know he gonna be ready to fight. Cash Crypto says Shakur Bob. Yeah, bro. Like I like this. This my thing, bro. I don't think look what he said at the end right here. Stevenson has said it's his plans to defeat Lopez and then let his friend and fellow U.S. Olympic silver medalist KEYSHAWN Davis inherit the 140-pound belt. I don't, I don't like it, bro. Tony, what is it to misinterpret? He said that he's gonna beat Teofimo Lopez and give the belt to KEYSHAWN. Why would KEYSHAWN and then KEYSHAWN fights a bullshit ass, you know, vacant belt fight, just like he did with Baranchek for that WBO title at 135, and he earns the WBO title in that way. If I'm KEYSHAWN, I'm wanting to make that fight with Teofimo Lopez, and I wanted to take that strap away from him myself instead of my fucking so-called brother do it himself and hand me the title. Because that's basically what my brother Shakur saying. He said, if you beat me, if you beat Lopez, shit, I'm gonna take the title from Shakur. Like, how does that sound, bro? That's weird. Salute to my brother Ohio runs boxing, man. Salute to my dog, man. That's family right there. And salute to the wifey, Mrs. Cam J. I see you in the building, wifey, baby. The beautiful Mrs. CamJNetwork. Yeah. I don't know. Like, come on. Like, let's play it back.
I'm gonna tell y'all in advance, and y'all can call it whatever y'all want. I'm going to BTO, yes, get the title, and I'm going to vacate, and KEYSHAWN can get that belt. That'll be his belt.
Now, you tell me how that sounds. Like, KEYSHAWN shouldn't want the title that way. Like, that's nasty work, bro. That's corny. Salute to my brother Tony. He said, I think what he means is he'll fight Tio, and once he vacates, KEYSHAWN gets elevated because Shakur ain't really interested. I understand what he's trying to do. It's the fact that he wants to do that. Like, KEYSHAWN shouldn't want the title that way. Like, I think that's a corny way of getting the title. Like, KEYSHAWN should want to beat Teofimo Lopez. He need a Teofimo Lopez on his resume. He need that type of name on his resume. Shakur should be trying to, maintain and do his thing at 135. You know what I'm saying? Like, he should be trying to maintain at 135. You got shit. Javier Herrera, he about to have a WBC title eliminator, so his name is in the mix a little bit right now. You got Andy Cruz. He's top at in the WBC at 135. And on top of that, he's with Matchroom. Eddie Hearn, do your fucking job. Get Shakur Andy Cruz. Or get Lamar Roach. Lamar Roach ain't got shit going on. Get fucking Shakur Lamar Roach. Get him Lamar Roach. Or shit. Get him Raymond Muratalla in a unification. Pull his ass from Kid Austin and get a unification going with Raymond Muratalla. It's fights for Shakur to have at 135. And we ain't even sure if Teofimo Lopez gonna get past the fucking finish line any fucking way. Cash Sports, he said, facts. I wouldn't even want it that way either. Facts, yeah. Like KEYSHAWN should want the title in his own way, as far as beating Teofimo Lopez himself and getting the title. That's how KEYSHAWN should want it. He should have won it from Shakur vacating the title. Then he fight a bullshit ass vacant title fight like he did with Denise Baranchek, and he wins that fight, and he's now champion at 140. He should have won it that way. Like, I don't agree with that. I think that's nasty work. Like, as Shell said, this is 1,000 times worse than an email chant. Facts, bro. It really is a reality. Like, it really is. Like, I wouldn't want the belt that way if I'm KEYSHAWN. My boy T said very nasty work. And T, he one of the biggest Shakur fans. My boy Tay said Abdullah gonna be at 140 before he do that. Facts, yeah. Abdullah, he of course he fighting November 22nd versus Sam Noakes for that 135 WBO title. I say Abdullah got that fight. Then he got his voluntary, probably hometown in Cleveland. He maybe got 2 or 3 more fights at 135. But it won't be long for him to be moving up to 140 as well. So Abdullah, he gonna be up there going to 140, stalking KEYSHAWN motherfucking ass. Salute to my dog Thomas Hill in the building, man. He said hit that like button, dog. For sure, man. We need it in that fucking algorithm. T said, nah, T.O. still the bigger name. I say 141 catch weight. Hey, shit, that's cool too. 141 catch weight though? I don't know about the 141. They would have to meet in the middle. I mean, shit, if that's the case, nah, T, they can't do that. You might as well fight at 140. Fuck the catch weight. Just add another pound, like, so he won't fight for the title? Nah. He just don't fight him at all. Or shit, you fight for the title, and it is what it is. I mean, shit, KEYSHAWN got to be the one to suffer that shit and get the title that way. I think it would just be bad for KEYSHAWN to win the title that way. We just seen him do that shit at 135 pretty much. Lee Jackson said Shakur think he's stuck. He know if KEYSHAWN fight T.O. and win, it would be bigger than any win or Shakur resume. Hey, I'm with you on that. I'm with you. I mean, because Shakur needs a Teofimo Lopez name on his resume too, because he don't got one of them on his either. And no, I'm glad, Lee. I'm glad you put that in perspective right there, bro. For sure. Cash Crypto says Shakur weighed in at 135 on the dot his last fight. He could move up easy, but he real selective about who he will fight and won't fight at 140. That nigga. Hey man, for real, like, but it comes down. You gotta remember, Shakur is a top ranked baby. He know matchmaking, man. I know how that shit be, bro. They be moving them guys righteously over there, bro. Like, and I know, my opinion of Shakur, he went over there to Matchroom because there's an easier route over there compared to being, on top rank and fucking PBC. So that's why I'm saying with Shakur being a free agent, like, is he signing back with Matchroom with this fight? You know what I'm saying? Like, he talking about fighting January in Saudi, or is the fight going directly to Turkey? That's my question. Is he reeing up the deal with Matchroom? That's my question. You know what I'm saying? That's the question I got for Shakur. Like, I don't know. Somebody gotta let me know. Because I ain't feeling this whole shit with Shakur want to fight Teofimo Lopez and vacate the title. Like, my thing is, y'all doing anything to not fight each other too in the same sense as well. Like, Shakur and fucking KEYSHAWN do not need to be in the same weight class, bro. They need to be campaigning in 2 different weight classes so we won't be having bullshit like this for real. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like this shit. That shit corny, bro. That shit corny. I just gotta be real. The fight, I like the fight with Shakur and Tio. It's a legacy fight for both of them guys. You know what I'm saying? And of course, they are part of that era where, them group of 5 fighters with Shakur, Tio, Tank, Ryan, and Devin, where, we want to see, these guys lace them up, and this would be a part of that. And Tio hasn't had one of those fights either. So Tio, he needs a name like Shakur too on his resume. But Teofimo, he just has a vibe to me that he on some scary shit, man. He want to talk shit and be on some racist shit with black fighters and then get in negotiations with them and don't fight them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not fucking sold on Teofimo Lopez getting to the finish line. My boy Cash Crypto said niggas scared of Ricardo and his fans. His pussy fans are too. Yeah, bro. Yeah. He definitely Tito Mercado been calling him out too, man. Javier Herrera. Mr. West said if Abdullah beats Sam, there's absolutely no way Shakur or KEYSHAWN will fight him. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. Like they won't fight him, and even just to add a little bit more context, I don't think Top Rank will move him to fight them either at that point. Now, Top Rank, they are looking to put him with KEYSHAWN eventually. They want that fight with Abdullah and KEYSHAWN because KEYSHAWN then created that build up with that press conference when he was trying to press, Abdullah. And Abdullah handled himself well, talking about he let his hands do his talking. So like, you know what I mean? So Abdullah definitely on the horizon for a fight with Keyshawn Davis. I don't think Shakur is going to move his way, especially Shakur and Abdullah. They're both managed by Jay Prince, so I don't think Jay Prince would even try to make that fight happen with Shakur and Abdullah ever for real. Top rank, they would make it though when they feel Abdullah's ready for it, which is they may be feeling like he's ready for it sooner or later, but especially with Abdullah being a champion eventually. He gonna have to get into the matches where he gonna be up unifying and shit like that. But Abdullah gonna be at 140 soon though. He got like 2 or 3 fights at 135 more, and that's it. And he moving up to 130, 140. Cash Crypto said now Shakur fans like catchways, flip flopping clowns. Stop! Cash Crypto, stop! You talking about teach with the 141, dog. Stop. Stop. He said, does it make sense to fight at 140 if he gonna drop the belt, Cash? Yeah, I mean, shit, this is my thing. But you can't fight at 141 and then Shakur, he's not about to pull T.O. no lower than 140. Like they ain't about like T.O.'s not about to. I mean, I believe T.O. could. If T.O. wanted, they wanted to fight at the catch weight like 137, 138. I believe T.O. probably could make that for real because T.O. is pretty lean. Like we won't be seeing no fat camps or anything from T.O. for real. He's pretty, well good with his weight and shit. You know what I mean? So, and he's a real small 140 guy to me, in my opinion. I don't think T.O.'s that big at 140 that much as some of the other guys at 140 for real. That's just my opinion. But with T.O., I mean, I don't see him moving down to fight Shakur. So they would have to fight at 140. And they're not about to fight at no catch weight higher than 140. That wouldn't make sense just so Shakur won't fight for the belt. Shakur has in it his whole mindset and intentions to fight for that belt and vacate that motherfucker to KEYSHAWN. And I think that shit is ass. And that's nasty work, dog. I don't like it, bro. I don't like it, bro. So your cash crystal said 141 makes no sense. Absolute no sense, dog. No sense whatsoever, man. For sure, man. But no, my overall perspective on the fight with Shakur and T.O., I don't think this fight gonna get to the finish line. That's just me. But they saying that it's making progress. So of course we gonna stay close to it. Shakur Stevenson, I feel like Shakur should be trying to fight guys at 135, like guys like Lamont Roach, try to get Raymond Muratalla, pull him from Kid Austin, you know what I'm saying? Or try to fight Andy Cruz, or give the young dude Javier Herrera a shot. If Javier Herrera, he wins his WBC title eliminator versus Ricardo Nunez coming up in October 25th. So it's other names for Shakur to fight at 135. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just think the T.O. shit, he may end up wasting his time because T.O., he has the fucking tendency of backing out of these negotiations with these black fighters, but then at the same time want to be, saying nigga and saying monkey and all of this extra racist shit and all of that shit. Like that's what I'm saying. I want T.O. to fight one of them dudes that's gonna punish him, put pain on him, and beat the shit out of him. I want to see T.O. get dog walk. And I don't think I'm gonna see that from Shakur personally, man. Shakur would beat T.O. if they were to fight, in my opinion. But I don't think I'm gonna see Shakur going there and dog walk T.O. the way I want to see him dog walk, in my personal opinion, man. You know what I'm saying? 141 is nasty work on the catch weight. Nasty work. But salute to y'all, man. This is another great show, man, for sure, man. Make sure y'all definitely hit that like button if y'all watch this on the playback, man. And for sure, subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed, man. We definitely working, man. We live every Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, man. And we'll be live again this weekend. I'll let y'all know to stay, pay attention to the community posts. Pay attention to the community posts. I post them. And follow me on Twitter, CamJNetwork. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok. I'm CamJNetwork on all social platforms. So and I always announce when I'm going live and dropping shorts and dropping posts and stuff about boxing and stuff on all of my socials always for sure. So follow me on all socials. I follow y'all back. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can hit me up in the DM, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm accessible. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, tap in with your boy, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. Salute to everybody. This was another great ass show. And I appreciate the love from y'all, man. Always my boxing family, man, talking this good boxing. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully some people learn some shit today. You know what I'm saying? We covered a lot of topics today. So definitely great show. We out of here, man, for sure. My brother KO, he live now, so we about to be over there. And we are out of here.
All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. It's showtime like Kareem Lakers. I make a masterpiece, scene basic. No Meek Millie, but I'm dream chasing. Took the shortcut like Anita Baker. I want the bright lights that you see in Vegas. I need a big house with like 3 basements. Drop an M on the whip, think I'm speed racing. Don't know if it's the Transformer or the Green Ranger. My nigga Mac got the beat banging. Young nigga selling crack as a teenager. Had fiends playing baseball out here free basing. Had me showing off the rings like a Freemason. My mama gone, but I keep pacing. Trying to keep it all together like I need braces. Family calling when they need favors. When I was broke, they was acting like complete strangers. All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it.